So I guess this is going to be a review. Once we build this, we'll see how it works out in the long run. It's another shop fox. Find out. Okay everybody, I was just telling my dad about how we would do videos on certain things, like putting stuff together, what it looked like, and your experiences. We didn't do all of it. I started, but we got caught up, but a little bit of it. He got his Grizzly, which this thing is awesome so far. We're going to put it through its paces later. But the Shop Fox, that's a Shop Fox labeled base for, it's a portable base for table saws and bandsaws. And we just got done with it. And I want to show you guys a little bit about it. Also talk to you about the pros and cons to it. Okay, so far really good steel. It comes with 2 spinning caster wheels, like this. Oh, they're taking off. Papa's taking off into Gator. There he goes. But so we have 2 fixed casters, 2 spinning casters, and then these little knobs here. This knob is threaded. It goes down into here, and then this is a foot that lifts the spinning casters off the ground. We had to basically rethread this entire thing because there was so much gunk inside the shaft. We had to keep screwing it in, taking it out, oiling it, blowing it out clean, oil the little spinning bolt here, and put it back in again. That took us about 45 minutes. Seriously, doing this one and the one over there. We had to do both of those because you couldn't put this in but maybe a 1/4 inch. It was so full of gunk, paint or whatever else they did. Now we got it done. That's all sorted out. So that was nice. The other thing is too, is they're not really specific. They give you the picture of a bolt and a number, but they're not telling you what size. So some people might get more confused about what bolt and nut to put in the side braces here that hold this part that allows the base to expand and contract, and then this for the casters on both sides. So that's number 2. Number 3 is this would not fit the Grizzly. Now I told my dad, I says, these are mostly made for just table saws. He said, well, the ad said, you know, for table saws and band saws and such. Well, we had to turn around, and as you can see here, shop, I'll let you go on the other side. You see the Shop Fox has been cut back. That's because those braces were too long. He had to take them to the chop saw, and he's got a steel cutting chop saw, and he had to cut 4 inches off both of these side arms to get it to fit this base. The Grizzly's 18 inches by 27 inches. So the 27-inch part was fine. It was this we couldn't do. It only go down to 23 inches. So we had to cut 4 inches off of this, I believe it was. Yeah, I think it was 4 inches off, and to get this to fit. So that's the other thing there. So I don't know how much he paid for it, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'll look it up and I'll put it down below as I'm talking, but be aware if you're going to buy this, look at the price versus what things you're going to have to get into, because if you're not very handy or you're not ready to have to do a little like moaning and groaning about some of the stuff and the quality or what you might have to do, you might want to look at something different. So, but anyhow, he bought this, we made it work. It took us about 2.5 hours to get this whole thing together because of some of the bolts, how they fit. It was getting these back nuts here into the back. They wouldn't fit on the fixed, so you have to use a little needle nose pliers to hold them and drop them in place so you can get the nut and the locking washer back there. So again, it's all those little things that you get, and again, made in China. It's labeled Shop Fox, and by the time this video comes up, you probably had already seen my review on the Shop Fox lathe chisel set, and I'm not very pleased with that either. So be aware, these companies are labeling something theirs, but the same product is being made for 4 or 5 other companies, also labeling it for them because it's all made in China. So you're going to get what you pay for. But we'll see in time how it holds up. The welds look okay, but it's all been painted, a couple of coats of this gray kind of primer type paint finish. So we'll see how time goes, if the welds hold up and everything. The other thing is too, is he didn't do it, he didn't want to bother. I don't know it's going to be necessary, but there's no, the Grizzly has holes in its base that you can run a bolt through, and you can bolt it to a base. The Grizzly, the metal that this sits on, or the Shop Fox, I mean, the metal that it sits on doesn't have any holes. So you'd have to somehow pre-mark those holes and then have to bolt from underneath and run the bolt upwards, because you don't have a lot of clearance down below. So you'd have to run the bolt upwards and then use locking nuts and washers and your everything up from above. Meaning you'd have to run the bolt from here up, and then you would have to tighten it this way. There's not a lot of clearance underneath. There's barely a 1/2 inch underneath this, and that's when it's lifted up off the ground. So there's not going to be a lot of clearance to run a bolt down this way and through the metal plate that's here and then into the ground. So you got to reverse it. You know, like I said, I'll put the price and everything that this Shop Fox stand was going for. I'll let you guys know. Don't have any horse in the race again like usual, guys. I'm not represented by anybody, and if I speak ill or if I speak good of it, it's my honest opinion. But we made it work. It took a little bit of time, but it was okay. So, but another good project to do with your dad. You know, some of you guys might be able to relate. You know, doing projects with kids and with your parents and everything's kind of nice. Anyhow, it's lunchtime. I'm hungry. We're going to take off. I was left here unsupervised. That's never a good thing. I'll catch you guys later. This right here is what we're going to try to keep. So we're going to anchor seal this. I'm going to cut a little bit off of here, but we're going to try to keep this, because that's going to be some neat looking stable. I don't even know if I have to stabilize this or not, but seal that up really nice with some good penetrating oils and such. That's going to look real pretty.
And what wood is this?
This is apple wood. This is all apple wood right here. That's apple wood with a spalt, and it's rotted out pretty badly there, so I'm not going to be able to save that. And apple wood is actually as hard, if not harder, than oak. So if I'm doing apple wood, I'm thinking about using apple wood as a standard wood. So there's not going to be any charge, kind of like regular maple, oak, some plain walnuts and stuff like that. I'm thinking of adding some apple wood, as long as I have it, to the mix. Again, apple wood being long, look it up, what apple would be good for. Get this sealed up with some anchor seal and get it home. Anchor seal, folks, here we go. Got some pieces here that we're going to box up and take with us back to Washington State, as well as he's got a couple of really big pieces here, this one and that one. We're actually anchor sealing, and we're going to put back in his shop here, and he's going to let them sit for the next year and let them dry out, because these are going to be really good pieces for table slabs or even some of his clockwork or his hangers that he does. So that's really nice. But this here is all burled maple. The two smallest pieces right there are apple, and that's burled maple, and that's a burl ash I'm going to take back. That's apple right there I'm going to be taking with, but these two big pieces I'm going to leave with my dad. And as you can see here, we got the Grizzly going, and it's working really good. This thing's phenomenal. That blade change we did and the cleanup we did is working great. And we've got a couple of pieces of apple we're going to cut up here, as well as some little pieces we're going to chuck on. I'm going to pick through some of his spalted maple, and he cuts this down, and these are wall hangers. This is a pretty big piece there, as well as some pieces in here. There we go, we use these. So he does like a shellac finish and such, and he gets them laser engraved, and he does stuff for them, for wall hangers and everything. So I'm going to pick through a couple of smaller pieces that he's got here, see what we can use for knife blanks. We're busy, we're trying to do stuff. I'm not set up like my shop, and I didn't bring my big tripod. So I'm not sure how much of the video I'm going to have for showing you the work progress, but I thought I'd give you a little insight of what we're doing here. So, but it's awesome. It's good stuff. We're liking it. It's a beautiful day today, as you can see. And we're just enjoying family and enjoying a little vacation. So catch you guys in a bit. Well, he was busy. He's got all this stuff anchor sealed. I'll have to flip the other sides over tomorrow and anchor seal those, and it'll be just in time because it's supposed to rain the next few days. So tomorrow's the last nice day, and then we'll go from there. Made progress. Not a lot of scrap, lots of cracking and flecking and things, so not too bad. But Saw worked well. Really nice. That's a really cool bandsaw. That really good job. So anyhow, guys, well, we'll let you guys go at this part. Not sure how this all is going to start editing out and parts and everything. Like I said, I have no way of starting to download stuff and edit while I'm up here doing these things. So all this is going to get edited afterwards. So at some point in time, I'll probably just end the video and start a new one. So we'll call this one either part 1 or 2. So you guys take it easy. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping over. Like, share, subscribe. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Comment down below. Any hints, tidbits, comments, questions, camera ideas, anything, let me know. Till the next video, y'all take care. Bye.